I have created what I feel like is an extremely solid Bannerlord 1.8 mod list to go alongside my brand new House of the Dragon Let's Play, which you can find over on my channel. I'll leave a link to it down below in the description as well. In this playlist, I have a whole range of different mods, from the basic Game of Thrones mod, which is kind of the core of it. We have battle mods, we have battle size mods, we have camera and graphics mods, we have better diplomacy mods, we have more items, we have more relationships and other stuff that we'll run through in this video. I'm basically going to go ahead and explain like I'm 5 with this install guide. So again, if you don't need that and you just want to see the mods I'm using, I will leave a link, I will leave a picture on your screen right now, and this will basically detail every single mod I'm using. So if you are more of a veteran modder and you want to go ahead and just look at that and be like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and download this list, then you can go ahead and do that. But for those of you who are maybe struggling a bit with modding and want to basically and explain like I'm 5 install guide, this is for you. If you want to see me do more stuff like this or found this useful, please do consider dropping a like and a comment down below. It really helps out the channel. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this, or you just enjoy Bannerlord content. We are currently closing in on 200,000 subscribers, so it'd be awesome if you could help me along on that journey. So this video is going to be broken down into basically 2 parts. I'm going to have my core mod list. These are the mods I think that you should 100% use and not go without, and then we have a second part to the video, which are mods that you can basically choose to leave or take. It's completely up to you. Obviously, the more mods you add to your game, the more issues you might run into later on down the line. The bigger the mod list, the more likely there's going to be one small thing that might cause you to crash or have problems. And then at the end of the video, so I guess this is more 3 parts, I'll go ahead and recommend some mods that I'm not necessarily using, but you guys can go ahead and add if you want to. So yeah, not 2 parts, it's going to be split into 3 parts. But before we go ahead and start downloading mods, we're going to have to make sure that we do have a clean slate, a vanilla Bannerlord. And to do that, you go over and you right click on your Bannerlord in Steam, go down to properties, go down to local files and click your verify integrity of game files. This will basically go ahead and do a sweep of your Bannerlord files and make sure that you are on vanilla, make sure that the game is clean and doesn't have any lingering mods. 90% of the time that does cause a lot of people to crash when they've been messing around with mods and they've changed certain things, and that just kind of conflicts with the modded files that you're using. So I always do this whenever I go ahead and start a brand new mod list. You're also going to want to make sure that you are on the non-version of the beta tab. Keep in mind that this will change as Bannerlord gets more and more developed. So if you're watching this in 2 months time, the game is going to be on a different version. You can revert back to 1.8 if you want to. However, this is kind of confusing at this exact moment because this causes the game to crash. We're currently on 1.8, but if you go back to the 1.8 beta, it actually does cause some issues, even though normally this is a good way to stop your game updating automatically. However, as of right now, you want to make sure you are on none. Later on down the line, if we go on to 1.9 or 1.8.5, I'm sure this beta version will be fixed and you can just go back to it. But right now, make sure you are on none. Again, a big thing that makes a lot of people crash is that they're downloading 1.8.5 mods and they're on Bannerlord 1.8. That's never going to work. You always want to make sure that you are on the correct version of Bannerlord for the version of the mods you're using. Unfortunately, recently, again, Bannerlord's been going through a bit of an issue where 1.8 has been hotfixed a lot, and that's caused mods to crash. But as of right now, these work absolutely fine, and my mod list is completely, kind of crash free, at least at the moment. So, of course, the first mod you're going to go ahead and download is the Realm of Thrones mod. You're going to want to go ahead and click on Files. And again, make sure you are always downloading the right version of the mod for the right version of Bannerlord. You can see right here, we're on Bannerlord 1.8, and you can see this is the Realm of Thrones 1.8. So to do this, again, you can download, you can go jump onto Nexus Mods. I'll leave a link to all these mods in the order I'm using them down below in the description. So you should just be able to go from top to bottom very, very easily. But yeah, so you're going to go ahead and just manually download. Again, keep in mind, you do not need to have an account on this. You can download this for free. You just need to have an account, but you can get a free account and then you just click slow download, and now the game will start downloading. which is great. We're also going to need the hotfix as well, so make sure you grab the ROT 3.6.2 hotfix and manually download that as well. So whilst that's going, we can continue on, and as I said earlier, we will be going through kind of 3 sections of this. We'll be going through a important set of mods, a recommended set of mods, and then also mods I'm not using but you can also add on later on down the line. Okay, the next mod is the realistic battle mod. This mod is absolutely incredible and one I recommend you use all the time. I cannot play Bannerlord without it. It makes battle lines actually feel like battle lines. Soldiers don't just blob up and run into their deaths. They defend themselves. They use their shields way more effectively, and it's just a really good mod. Once you use this, you will not be able to go back. It is very, very awesome indeed. So as always, we go over to our file section to go ahead and find the right one. Now, I'm not 100% sure exactly what version you're supposed to use here. There is a new updated version. However, I'm not sure if this includes just the AI behaviors or if this includes all the armor changes as well, which won't work with our custom mod because we're using Realm of Thrones, which isn't Calradia, and I know Realistic Battle had an issue with that. So I mean, you can try this mod. If you crash, there's a chance that it's this mod right here. So you can download this. It does seem like it is just AI tactics improvements, so it should be okay, but just to be safe, again, try that. If that doesn't work, then maybe go back and download the other mod that I've got right here. So go ahead and click download uploads, go right here and download the AI module. This is what I have because I know it's specifically just the AI right now. It doesn't have anything else in it, like the armor changes, which if you're playing vanilla, you know, you kind of will play a role in it. So I've downloaded this one. Again, just manually download and click the download manually, and then go down to just slow downloads. I would recommend just doing that just to be safe. That's the one I have. I know it works. However, this top one could work, and I'm sure someone in the comments will let me know if this one does work as well with the current build. The next must-use mod is going to be Dismemberment Plus. This mod allows you to decapitate, slice off limbs, and cut people from head to toe. It's a very, very cinematic part of the mod, and it adds in, I think, a lot of flavor when you're storming a breach and you just start slicing off heads. It's very cool. So again, you're going to want to go ahead and find the Dismemberment Plus for 1.8.0. Click manually download. This is now going to pop up with add additional files, and this is where you might as well grab these. So what you want to do is you want to control click on all of these files, so we'll open them up in your tabs, and you'll basically want to download all of these as well, but we'll do that in a second. Again, Dismemberment Plus, slow download, let that going. Next, we've just control clicked on all of these, so they would have popped up. And you're going to want to download basically all of these. So download Butterlib, boom, right there. Go into Harmony, which is the next one. Download the latest Harmony version. Again, Harmony is not that important on what version it is. Just make sure you have the most up-to-date one. The mod config menu, go down to files, find the 1.8 version of it, click manually download, boom. Then we're going to go down to the UI extension, go down to files, go ahead and find the 1.8 version, which is right here, and then click manually download. So that's all of them downloaded now, which is really important. Them 4 mods are basically like the foundations of any mod list. I always have these on and up to date, regardless of what I'm using, even if they require it. If they don't, they're just a good foundation layer to have on your game. So that's really good. We've gone ahead and grabbed them. Next, we're going to go down to the Better Time mod. This is a very, very good mod. It allows you to adjust the speed of which the campaign map runs at. So a lot of the time in Bannerlord, you are just waiting around, whether it's a siege battle or whether you're building a siege camp, or if you're waiting to heal, or, you know, kind of waiting for prices to change. This mod allows you to speed up the game to an extreme level. You can go ahead and do like 40 times speed if you want to, which is, yeah, pretty insane. So go ahead and find the 1.8 version. Again, keep in mind we've already grabbed these mods, so no need to worry about that. Go down to slow download, click slow download, and then that's that sorted. The next is the battle size mod, and this is a mod you don't have to use if your computer is a little bit slower. However, this expands the battles to 2,000 men in size. It's a really, really good one. I recommend it if your computer can handle it. It basically makes battles 2,000 soldiers big if you have that many soldiers in the battle. Keep in mind that also includes horses. Horses and the rider count as individual things in the Bannerlord engine for whatever reason. They're not different entities. So you'll have, you know, you could have 1,000 2,000 knights, and that would class as 2,000 soldiers, if that makes sense. But the battle size mod is great. Massive battles. Who doesn't love that? So again, go down to files, go ahead and find the latest version right here. Again, I guess this doesn't really particularly need it, but this is the 25th of July. Again, this is something as well. If you're downloading this mod set later on down the line, you can also just look at all the dates of the mods I'm downloading and kind of make sure you get that exact load order. Click manually download as we've been doing. Download that bad boy and get that done. The next one is going to be the Raise Your Banners Plus. This adds in all the different types of banners into the game. And again, you guys know the drill already. Go down to it, find the 1.8 version, click that. And then we're going to also control click on Vexillum. We need this mod as well because it adds in different types. Again, we'll control click on that so it pops up in our taskbar. Click download. Again, slow download as we know. Then we're going to go over to Vexillum, the mod we just opened. Go down to files, find the latest version right here. Manually download this bad boy, slow download. The next mod on my kind of core mod list is going to be the RTS camera set right here. RTS camera is amazing. It's a mod that I could not live without. I think this and Realistic Battle are like my two most used mods out of anything in the game. So to do this, all we have to do is go ahead and download. We're going to find the command system. This will basically allow you to order your soldiers to attack specific groups of the enemy formation. So for example, I can tell my archers to attack, my cavalry to attack the enemy cavalry, and they'll just go after them. They won't be running into the enemy front lines, or they won't be charging into stupid positions. They'll just focus on attacking them specific units. So we're going to want to go ahead and manually download that. So we'll click manually download, and we'll get that on slow download. And then when it downloads, in a second, we're going to go ahead and then go back, and then we're going to go and grab the RTS normal camera as well. This allows you to zoom out of a battlefield. It allows you to look around with some really, really cool stuff on the go. Boom. So that's that downloaded. And then I think we've got two more mods. Yeah, two more mods that I highly recommend you use is the Party Enhanced screen. This will go ahead and basically allow you to organize your party screen way more effectively. You'll be able to adjust it in its entirety. A really, really cool mod indeed. And then, of course, files 1.8, manually download, slow download right here, and get that installed. And now that's downloaded. And then the final mod I recommend you use is the Spear Rework mod. I love this mod. It makes spears actually really, really good in the game. They kind of suck in Bannerlord, whereas with this mod, it'll make the spears work way better. Find the 1.8 version, go ahead and click manually download, click slow download, and then you are good to go. I totally forgot to add this in the earlier part, so I'll just stick it in here right now. A lot of people ask me about the diplomacy mod as well. This mod allows way more diplomacy to the game, which is really, really awesome, and a mod I highly recommend you use. However, the current version does cause a lot of crashes. However, there is a much better version over here in the post section. So open up with the diplomacy, go all the way down and find the GitHub link right here. This is basically a kind of, I guess, a developer build of the mod. It'll be the 1.4 version right there. Go down to that, post it in, and go ahead and download it right here. You'll download it exactly the same way by just clicking on it, and you just want the top one right here, just the Bannerlord diplomacy.7z right there. It will download it, and this one has has way more fixes in 1.8. It's for 1.8, so just keep that in mind. Again, as always, we're keeping the version of the mod we're downloading to the version of the game we're using, and get that downloaded. Okay, so that was the mod set of the kind of core fundamental mods. They're the mods that I recommend you go ahead and download and play with if you're just looking for like a very concise mod list. These mods are now going to be the set of mods that I recommend you add to it if you're looking for additional stuff, but you can kind of pick and choose from these ones or explain which each one does. After this, I will go ahead and then show you how to install them, so you can skip this if you just want the beginning mods, but if you want a kind of expanded mod list, and these are the ones that I'm using, you can stick around for this part of the video. So this is Distinguished Service. This mod allows you to go ahead and level up soldiers into companions when they get a certain amount of kills. I recommend it. As always, files, find the 1.8 version, click manually download. The next mod is CC Banners. This mod adds in a wealth of new and additional banners into the game. So if you're looking for some more banners to have as your own player house, this is one for you. As always, files, find 1.8. This one doesn't have it. It just kind of is a one throughout time. Manually download. You're good there. The next mod is a volley. This mod goes ahead and makes it so that all your archers shoot in tandem. So if you want your archers to fire volleys in unison, this mod is for you. Again, files go down to 1.8, manually download, you're good to go. Next is going to be the true relations, true prisoners, and the true noble opinion. These basically make it so that the AI has a way better and interesting opinions of you. It's going to be way more secular to individual characters. So basically, when you fight battles, you'll get relations with the lords you fight with. If you fight against lords, they'll dislike you for it. True Prisoner also makes it so that people are way less likely to escape, and you'll do exactly the same to install that, even though True Prisoner no longer has a file, so we'll go ahead and close that really quickly. Ignore that I ever had that in my list. I don't know why that's been removed, but go down to 1.8, click manually download, install that. Same with True Noble Opinion as well. I believe True Noble Opinion is individual rather than clan, which is very, very good indeed. I'm a big fan of that. The next mod is going to be the Butter Player Switch mod. This basically allows you to play as any other character in the game. So for example, in my House of Dragons Let's Play, I've gone ahead and started playing as Daenerys Targaryen, and this is the mod that I've gone ahead and used for it. If you want to go ahead and play as Jon Snow, Robb Stark, this is the mod that you would use to go ahead and switch that. And again, it works with Realm of Thrones, which is very cool. And that's how I've been able to play as Daenerys Targaryen. As always, all you have to do is go down to Files, find the 1.8 version, and click manually download right here. Super easy, and get that downloaded. The next is a nostalgia camera tweak. I'm using this currently. It basically allows you to flick the camera way back lower to be more like Warband. I kind of like the different camera angle, and I'm a big fan of it. As always, Files 1.8. Get that downloaded manually. The next is the realistic weather mod. Adds in a whole wealth of different weather conditions into the game. A really, really cool addition, and it adds in a bit of flavor and diversity of the battlefield. As always, 1.8 newer. And then the final mod is the unlock DLLs. I'll get this downloaded, but we'll talk about this later on down the line. Okay, so we have just downloaded about 50 million mods, so hopefully your internet speed could handle it. And now we need to figure out on how to install these. Whether you're using my core version of the mods, whether you're using the extended version, it should all be the same. So basically, I'll show you how to do the first couple, which are a little bit complicated. And then from there out, you just basically drag and drop. So we need to first off find out exactly where we're putting these mods. And to do that, all you have to do is right click on your Bannerlord, go down to manage and click browse local files. This will go ahead and pop up the version of where you want to stick them. This will basically bring you to your Bannerlord mod files, and then what you want to do is you want to go into your module folder right here, and here you go. This is where you basically put every single mod in the game right here. Cool, so we found out where we need to install them, and now we need to go ahead and actually load up the mods. So I assume you have 7-zip or WinRAR or some sort of unpacker. If you don't, then just go download them. They're free to download, 7-zip or WinRAR, and that'll basically allow you to unpack your mods. Then you want to go to your downloads, and you should basically find all your mods that you have just downloaded in this section. Again, I haven't downloaded all of them because obviously I already have them installed, but again, you just download them. They should all be in your download section right here on your files, or you can go to whatever kind of window you use to open them, and you can just find them right here on your download section of Chrome or whatever browser you are using. So we're going to start off with the basic mods because they're kind of important to download. So what you're going to do is you want to go ahead and find your Realm of Thrones complete. This is the base version of it, but yeah, you want to download Realm of Thrones first. Go click into it right here, and then you have a few decisions to make. Do you want the music? If you want, I assume this music is copywritten, so I don't have it, but you can go ahead and use it. If you want to use the music, you're going to want to go in just to the base Bannerlord folder right here outside of modules, so just click on your Bannerlord right there, and you'll drag and drop that in. However, I don't want the music, so I'm not using that. So we'll go back into our modules. We'll open up the module section right here, and we'll drag and drop all of these files into our module section of our Bannerlord. For me, it's going to go ahead and say I already have them. Do I want to replace them? For you guys, it should not save this. So if it does, you need to make sure that you have a clean folder, so make sure you find these folders in your Bannerlord section and you delete them. That's going to be pretty much the same for anything unless you're patching a certain mod or you're adding something additional to a pre-existing mod you have. So this should just download and be fine. Again, I'll let it play out so you guys can see exactly what it does. We'll just pop up. Well, actually, what we can do is we can just do like, I can just go ahead and do that. And that should pop up with do I want to replace it, because this will be a little bit quicker. Again, you have the banner color persistence as well. I recommend using this mod as well. So yeah, this will pop up for me. It shouldn't pop up for you. It should just drag and drop in, and you should be absolutely fine with it. So yeah, select all of them, drag and drop into your module folder of your Bannerlord. So that's going to be the base Realm of Thrones. Next, we need the hotfix. So go ahead and find the ROT 3.6.2 hotfix, open that up, go into your module of it, so go into modules and then drag and drop this down. Again, it's going to ask me to replace it, and for you guys it should also ask you to replace it as well. Again, I've already got this hotfix, so I don't need to actually fully click this, but you do want to click replace the files in this destination because this is a hotfix. It's updating the pre-existing mods you have, so it shouldn't come up with this for a lot of the other mods you're using. But if you're ever patching a pre-existing mod with a hotfix or like a specific like something that does update the files rather than a new version, you're going to want this. However, if you're changing from like a certain thing, it'll always be a new version. You want to make sure you delete it and then stick in the fresh version. However, this is a hotfix, so yeah. So do that for every single mod you have just downloaded. Make sure they're all in your module folder, and make sure you do fully go into them as well. So as I said, if we quickly go into our downloads, make sure that you do go ahead and just double click into that. Again, this is like for pathing. I always like just to go into my module. So again, it normally opens like this, so you could just drag and drop this in and it would be fine. But I like to make sure it finds its way. So I always make sure I go into the modules and find the base folder. Some mods will have this, some mods won't have it. And yeah, you just basically make sure you're in it. It's basically just a directory thing. But yeah, I always make sure I just do it manually. So if it does say modules, then drag and drop. If it does, there's going to be some mods that will look like this, and then you've gone too far, and you just want to basically do that right there. So yeah, get them all installed, get them all into your Bannerlord mod folder, and then we'll move into the load order. Okay, so now that we have downloaded all of them mods, we should now be able to move on to our load order. Again, it's very, very simple. All you have to do is go down and click play. This will open up your game. I don't know for the life of me why Tailworlds haven't made this full screenable. It's super annoying that I can't enlarge this. It's just like, why can't I? I have so many mods on, and it's hard to manage them. I do normally use a side mod launcher right here, which is really good. I highly recommend utilizing this later on down the line. Unfortunately, though, it currently has a bunch of bugs with people and the way that they open their mods, so it doesn't allow you to turn on all the mods, which is kind of annoying, but it's whatever. Hopefully people fix that, and I can go ahead and recommend it later on down the line. But that's what the Tailworlds launcher should look like. It's really nice. Anyway, enough ranting. So you're going to want to make sure that you have your Harmony Butterlib UI extension and mod config at the top of your list. This is really, really important. These are basically the only ones you have to make sure are in this specific load order. I found that, again, copy my load order. I know it works, but I found that the other ones aren't that as required to be specifically loaded in a certain area, but these have to be in this order, otherwise you will crash. Then going down, we have the birth and death options turned on, and again, that has to be above custom battles, I believe. And then you just basically, I have all my mods. Again, copy my mod list, whatever mods you have on, just tick them on, and just go down the list. Again, I have some other mods on I'm not using in this list, so just ignore like Bannerlord Online. But yeah, just go down the list and see what ones I have on, and just to be safe, make sure you turn them on in the order I have them. Again, realistic battle does need to be on. I went back and fixed some issues with that. So yeah, realistic battle one, RTS camera, the command system, the map fix. Again, I'd probably stick this map fix at the top of the game as well. So I'd stick that right here. Again, seems like it doesn't need to be up there, but I'm just going to stick it up there just in case. All the other mods we have on, diplomacy. And then what I would do as well is I would stick the ROTs at the bottom of your game. So I'd make sure that these load last, because generally that does work a little bit better. But yeah, you should just have all the mods on. You should be able to click play and that should load up your game and you should just basically be good to go. There should be no issues. Again, I'll show you just me loading up the game with basically just installing the exact same mods, installing the exact same mods that you guys have just installed, and it should load up. If it doesn't, chances are you have the wrong files. Normally when you crash on launch, it's because some mods are not working with one another or they're causing issues. However, I will give you good suggestions on how to fix it. So yeah, we'll make sure that this loads up really quickly. So you can see, boom, it's all good. No need to worry. Again, it might take a little while when you're first loading this up because it's just kind of registering all the mods. I'm on an extremely fast SSD, and as you can see, it's still taking a little while because it's like one of the first times I am loading it up. But boom, there you go. All the mods have now loaded down here, which is very cool. However, if you were to crash, there's a good chance that you have some mods on. Normally on launch, you have basically stuff that's conflicting with one another. So what I'd recommend you do if you're crashing on launch, and this is a great way of finding out what are the issues, is I would leave on Harmony down to mod config and birth and death on, obviously, but I would turn off like all the other mods. So again, the Aurelian map fix is needed for Realm of Thrones, but I'd turn off everything else in between the Aurelian map fix all the way down to the butter player switch. So I'd make sure all of these are turned off from all the way up. So I just have on the ROT content, ROT races, and the realm. And of course, I'd have on Aurelian map fix as well. So I basically just got them 4 mods on plus these, and then try and play the game. If that works, and you know it's one of your other mods, and you can basically just start turning on mods until you find the mod that causes you to crash on launch. That's probably the best way to do it. Again, if you're crashed when you launch it for the first time, when you've just got ROT on and the realm and the races and the Aurelian map fix, you know it's ROT, and you can kind of basically just deduct what mods are issues and then try and sort them out that way, whether it's reinstalling them, making sure you have the hotfix, making sure you're on the right version of the game. That's a great way of doing it. But yeah, the mods should work. If that doesn't work, there are a few other solutions to go ahead and talk through, which I'll talk about now. So a quick thing as well is if you are crashing a lot on Bannerlord on this mod list, then you might want to need to go ahead and unlock your DLLs. I'll leave a link to this video down below in the description, which basically shows you exactly how to do it. I'm not going to run through it just because it's really simple. You can just check out this guy. He already has a video on it. So let's go share some Bannerlord love around. But unlocking your DLLs is super simple and will allow you to basically go ahead and yeah, run the game a little bit more smoothly if you're running in. But I recommend only doing this if you are still crashing. It's super easy to go ahead and find exactly how to do this. So I'll leave a link down to that video down below in the description. Besides that, you guys should be good. Like, I don't think there's anything else I can recommend you guys do. If you follow my exact load order, you've listened to what I've said, you should be good to play. Again, as always, I recommend reducing the unnecessary mods if you are crashing and seeing what works and what doesn't. If you are removing mods, though, of course, you're going to probably have to start a new game. But that should be it. That should be the complete install guide for my 1.8 mod list. It's been a long one. I'd really appreciate it if you found this useful to drop a like and a comment down below. Let me know if you want to see me do more stuff like this in the future. Let me know as well if you were maybe having issues and now you've got it to start working. Again, let me know down below in the comments because I would love to yeah, make sure that this is working and you know, I haven't missed anything. If I have missed anything, I'll leave a link to it down below in the description. I'll also put in the pinned comment as well whether or not this mod list is still up to date and if you have to revert back to any versions as well. So I think that'll be a good way of keeping things yeah, good to go. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Check out my House of the Dragon Let's Play down below in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one.